It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills, and it comes your way next.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and a couple. Off the option, here's Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Play action. It's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
And that hits the right upright, but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Moore, the man in motion. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Quick slant, caught by Moore. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And again, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Throwing now is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They set up the screen for Henry. Pushes past him. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. In motion left, Flowers. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after it. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. To throw is Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Running from the gun with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Curtis Samuel. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 79 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was onto it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Jackson. He finds Hopkins complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Ravens are on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Jackson throwing once more. A short throw caught by Andrews. Past the 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens had 6 to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Point after here coming up. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they get him down, but now he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Allen going to throw. Finding room at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So he stopped for no gain. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Allen off the bootleg. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Allen now looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
In motion, the tight end. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Third and 5. Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bills' first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
Touchdown, Bills! James Cook, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Bass on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Josh Allen and the Bills set to take over again. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now this time Allen will throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Open man, it's Palmer. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And again, it's Allen. And this is Cook with the ground. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Allen to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid from 6 yards away. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 13 yards remaining on second down. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now it's Jackson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Hamler now on the return. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Allen. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Throwing now is Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Now Allen. Here's a diving catch right side. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense had Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A give up the gut to Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The slot man in motion right. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Flowers going to go in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Now Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Fighting through pressure. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Allen going to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Moore, the man in motion. Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To the air, Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Cook up the gut. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Henry up the middle. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. To throw, it's Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Give to Cook out of the gun. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 53 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Raven Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Two yards to go, second down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Allen. That's caught by Shakir. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Allen. That's complete. It's Cook. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Second and 6 coming up. Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play. Get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds. Understand your situation as well as just understanding the game.
Here's 1st down. Here's Allen. Open man downfield. It's Palmer. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Now Allen. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 5, a little over 30 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Now Jackson. That is caught, Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Jackson. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield. For one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.